microphone. Hello, Envision viewers. This is Fraser Anderson from the investment team at Vestigo Ventures. I'm here with Ian Sheridan, Managing Director and co-founder of Vestigo Ventures. Ian, it's been a while since we've had you on camera. It's great to have you back.
It's nice to be on the other side of the screen, Fraser.
Ian, I know you've been on the road a lot recently, attending some fantastic conferences. And could you maybe give the viewers a summary of where you've been and what you've been learning?
Sure. Vestigo has been extremely fortunate to be invited as a thought leader to speak at conferences, whether it's any one of us, right, who have been drawn upon to speak at conferences. We were in Davos in January. But this particular time, we were called by Rick Edelman, who is a leader in the registered investment advisor space. He has a national radio show that's syndicated. And Rick, recognizing that crypto assets are becoming a very real thing that advisors need to be informed and equipped about to talk to their clients, Rick was able to put together a thought leadership group from really every quadrant of the crypto space, including the venture capital, the infrastructure, and the advisor, and the people who are actually creating the funds and the tokens themselves. And so we had the opportunity to meet in Utah in line with the Barron's Leadership Conference. So the top Barron's advisors that we've all read about in Barron's Guide were all together. And in advance of that, we had our crypto meeting. And the focus was simply educating advisors about this emerging asset class and bringing partners together from across the ecosystem to talk about where we are and where we're headed and what the implications are in this growing asset class.
That's fantastic. And not only I know Vestigo attended, but all three of our crypto-focused companies, Digital Assets Data, First, and Zen Ledger, that must have been fantastic. But I'd love to know how the community really is embracing crypto as a whole, speaking particularly about registered investment advisors.
Yeah, I mean, first, not to gloss over that point, we've been fortunate not only to be invited to these programs, but because of our portfolio companies, we're able to bring them forward, right, and put them on stage in the positions of leaders that they are to communicate their value proposition in the marketplace that they serve. And so you're right, we were excited to bring Pat Larson from Zen Ledger, the CEO founder of Zen Ledger, Mike and Ryan Alford, the founders and builders of Digital Data Assets, and Carl Muth from First. Really, all three of these companies representing the infrastructure, both research, trading, and the tax services around cryptocurrency. So they all did a phenomenal job. We just had to bring them there and get out of the way. They were on stage. They were able to talk to the leaders of this council, as well as throughout the Barron's conference themselves. Obviously, advisors are talking about cryptocurrencies. They have clients who have invested in cryptocurrencies. And so Zen actually took a unique position in that they were more closely aligned with advisors' needs than the other two companies who are involved in the infrastructure elements of crypto.
And so, in your opinion, what was the greatest moment, if you had to pick just one from all the learnings you had that you enjoyed the most, or you thought was kind of the most revealing as to where that community is going as it relates to digital assets going forward? What would it be?
I think it's a confirmation that Vestigo has invested at the right time in the right place. There is an absolute revolution that is looming large. If we look at the number one American institutional bank, JP Morgan, issuing a coin, IBM as one of the largest computing powers, and now Facebook. But ultimately, it got down to the facts, right? As a quant shop, we want to know the facts. And so we were able to hear from the CEO of Bitwise, who shared with us some interesting things about what advisors are saying. And I'll share those with our audience. Essentially, what the advisor audience of Barron's said was that 79% of that universe is receiving questions from their clients around cryptocurrencies, and that number is growing. That was a last year stat. And 9% of those advisors surveyed currently manage some form of allocation in crypto for client portfolios. And 22% of surveyed advisors either are starting a new allocation in crypto or adding to their existing crypto allocation. And I think what it comes down to, as advisors think about returns, they're beginning to recognize that crypto assets can play a key performance driver in an overall asset allocation strategy. So go back to Rick Edelman and the council that he's put together that we're pleased to be part of. This is about recognizing that the revolution has begun, the infrastructure is being in place. We're now in this, I think, really interesting time of professionalism in crypto assets and more regulation coming in that will ultimately help all of us as we think about investing in crypto assets.
Ian, thanks so much for being with us today. I'll look forward to doing another one of these in a few months.
Thanks, Fraser. I'll see you on the other side.
See you tomorrow.